Hello, welcome to my Thursday afternoon. Oh, move my light away. Is that better? Can you see a bit better now with the light? I moved it away because I had to reorganize my camera stand. I used it for something else the other day and had to fix it all up and everything. So welcome to my Thursday afternoon video, Facebook Live, showing you my latest projects. This card I made last night, or actually it was posted on my blog last night to showcase these colours. These colours are Melon Mambo. If you know me, that's the colour that I don't like. Out of all of the colours in the catalogue, it is the one that I don't like at all. And then there's Coastal Cabana, which I absolutely love. It's a totally beautiful colour. Pacific Point, which is really, really gorgeous and a beautiful colour again. And Pool Party. So when I was choosing my project to create, I was very happy with the blues. Very, very happy with the blues. But Melon Mambo caused me all sorts of angst because I'm not comfortable with hot pink at all. So eventually, after much thinking and much challenge and preparation, I thought I'll go with something that's one of my favourites, and that is ocean scenes in the blues. I really, really love ocean scenes. And I pulled out my sea turtle stamp, which I am actually ashamed to say that I haven't used yet. This is the first time I've used my sea turtle stamp set. But it is beautiful. It is also a special stamp set in that it's reversibles. So you can use both sides of each of the stamps, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. Let's just pull these aside here and start creating. Oh, and I've also, Sea Turtle doesn't have any greetings in it, so I've also used Whale Done for my greetings because I love that little greeting there, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. Doesn't that work beautifully with the little fish all over it? It also has another turtle that would work equally as well with this stamp set. So they make a really nice partnership. This stamp set here is a new one, and I can show you where it is in the catalogue. It's towards the back here somewhere. You know what I should do? I actually should do the right thing and look up the index. So Sea Turtle, it's all written in alphabetical order, page 29. That means you won't be watching me flip through the whole catalogue. So page 29, the Sea Turtle stamp, and there's a great description here, reversible stamps, about how to use reversibles. Okay, so, and there's some great ideas here as well. See, they haven't used Melon Mambo in any of these cards, so I've really been incredibly creative using Melon Mambo for my card today. Oh, lost my bookmark. All right, let's get my bits and pieces out. Oh, and another thing that works really, really well with stamp sets like this is the layering diorama dies. Aren't they beautiful? They are really great for a little sea scene, and I've used them on dioramas as well. And I think that's going to be my next project, is to create a diorama card with this stamp set using the layering diorama dies. So I have already cut this out for you, so that you can see it. And so that you don't have to watch me cutting it out. And I'm also trying a new experiment today, trying to see if I can see people's comments as well while I'm creating. So hello to Lynn, I think. I think I saw a hello, Lynn. Okay, put this away, and this is actually scrap now, so I don't need you. I'll put you away. Let's put this card together. So I've got Pool Party for my base. It's the softest colour, and I think nice and easy to use. A little bit sprinkled there from sitting on my desk. Coastal Cabana for my two layers. So one layer for the front and one layer for the inside of my card. And then I've got my two white layers. One on top of my Coastal Cabana layer for inside. Yeah, open that up so you can see that a better. And one underneath my Coastal Cabana layer for the front. And then a spare piece for stamping. And then the glossy dots embellishments here. I won't need them to the end. And there's my little strip for my greetings. All right, let's start with stamping. I've got 2 pieces for stamping here. I can put all of these aside for now, and I'll get my stamp set out. I didn't really think this through. I could have done the fussy cutting too before I came on. Sorry about that loud noise. There's my background there. Here's my little fishies. Beautiful. I love a good fishy stamp set. And I'll show you the reversible of that in a minute. My starfish, the tiniest bit of Malamembo, and my gorgeous turtle. And that's all I've used on this card. Okay, pop you away, pop you away. I might just get my piercing mat to stamp on just in case I make a mess. You know me, good with mess. But that shows that you've been having fun, doesn't it? All right, with my Coastal Cabana, I stamp. This is the centerpiece of my card, really, is stamping this lovely watery image in the Coastal Cabana. I'll pop this across the middle. Just makes a statement all on its own, doesn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, there's a join there. Okay, I'll just clean off my stamp here. And I'll just show you how these reversibles work. So I'm just turning around my stamp, and then I'm going to ink it up. I'll stamp off first because I want it much, much softer. So that's how it is on the other side. I'm just going to put a bit of a wave on there behind my water, and another bit there. There we go. So that's the reversibles. All right, so that's my Coastal Cabana. Oh, hang on, while I've got it, I should do the inside of my card too, shouldn't I? That saves me getting it out again. So, doing my reversible first. Lucky I've got my scrap paper, haven't I? Isn't it? And a little bit down there. Clean off my stamp, and then turn it over for the proper stamped image. And I'll use this full generation of ink up here and a little bit down there. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And while I've got my Coastal Cabana out, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to stamp my turtle. That's the detailed section there. Pop him in the corner. And then another turtle just on my scrap piece here for the front of my card. Okay, there we go. And then flip over my turtle for the reversible, close up my Coastal Cabana, and I'll use my Pool Party this time, which is lighter and a slightly different tone. So there it is full, so I'm going to stamp it off first and then stamp it straight over the top of my turtle, which works beautifully. Photopolymer stamps are brilliant at that. And straight over the top of my turtle here. Really looks like under the water. I am very fortunate. I live in a place where I have visited the Great Barrier Reef, and it's quite close to where I live, actually, just off our doorstep. And we used to live in North Queensland as well. And this is what it's like when you're swimming underneath. It's just so much colour and light and gorgeousness. It really is beautiful. We live in paradise here in Australia, especially Queensland. That's all for you people who live down south. I think that's as much as I'm going to do for the inside stamping. And then some stamping here. And I'll make these fish go this direction, and I'll give them a couple of extra in their school, so they've got a nice busy school of fish up there. And while I've got my Pacific Point out, I will also stamp wishing you best fishes, hoping all your birthday fishes come true, for the inside of my card. Here we go, on the inside one, back in again. There's a lot of stamping on this card, which is actually a real Julia thing. I do love to create an image, like a scene, just with stamping. I think it is really beautiful and easy. You don't have to be able to draw. You can just do your stamping and it's all done. Take my fish off and load up this stamp. My love for you is deeper than the ocean. I wonder if this is going to fit. Let's have a look here. And photopolymer, the magic of photopolymer. I can see where I'm stamping. Not quite happy with that, so I'll go up a little bit more. There we go. Second time lucky. All right, I think that's all my stamping. Actually, one thing I didn't show you that I did do on my original is the fish in the reversibles. I did them in the reversibles in the pool party as well. And I stamped that off as well because it's a bit dark. So I stamped it off to give it that second tone so it's not quite as dark. And I'm not doing these directly over the fish like I did with the turtle. I'm just using it as a little bit of extra colour. Can you see that? And last of all, stamping. Look at my pretty paper, scrap paper. I'm going to stamp some Melon Mambo starfish. The smallest part of my card is the starfish. So first generation for the main stamp, and then flip it over, oops, to do my reversible, and then stamp it off. Yep, stamp it off and line it up, stamp it off, line it up. The stamping it off gives your ink extra tones of colour, which is absolutely fantastic. There we go. All right, I can put that away. I believe I'm all done there. And I can stick this one inside. It's ready to go. Just get my seal, and which is starting to gum up a bit, I think. So I might have to use... I've got all of my seals stored in my kit bag because I'm doing a whole bunch of cards in the Sunshine Coast Libraries at the moment, and I've just left them in my car for the next class on the next day. So that was the only one I'd left at home. So I need to use my tape this time. All right, and pop you there. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And then my panel here, I'll stick that straight down, so I'm doing it the opposite way to inside of the card. Rub the end of it, that helps it pick up. And stick that on the front of my card, and then with my layering diorama here, just get some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use the edge pieces, which will work beautifully with this one because I can put that right along. When you do a die cut, there actually is a right side and a wrong side, because when you cut with the die it leaves a little tiny beveled edge that might be hard to see, but it does give it a lovely finish. So there is a right side and a wrong side when you die cut, and if possible it's good to be able to use them. It's also fantastic to be able to use up my edge pieces of my dimensionals, and one there, and I'll need some more dimensionals. I think I might have to break out a whole new sheet. Woo-hoo. How exciting is that? Rightio. Here we go. Peel off the backing off all of them. And then all sticky, I can stick this on the front of my card, leaving a little frame. It just gives that lovely aquarium look to the project. I'll trim off my greeting. My love for you is bigger than the ocean. I might add this one with dimensionals as well, but I might use mini dimensionals for this one just because it's a bit skinnier. So the mini ones just give you a bit more flexibility with skinny pieces of cardstock. As it says, they're for the mini things, aren't they? And there we go. All right, now the last bit of my card is to cut out my starfish, which, as I said, I should have done beforehand, but I didn't think about it. I just thought, I'm all good to go. This won't take me long though. When you're fussy cutting, the important thing is to move the cardstock, not your scissors. Keep your scissors as still as possible as you possibly can, and then just keep rotating your cardstock around. That makes it much easier, and also you get a better, I think, a better finish, a better cut that way as well. And I'm actually going quite close to the edges because I don't really want a white edge this time. I often do fussy cutting and leave a little white border around, but this time with my underwater view, underwater ocean view, I just want it to look quite realistic, and that means that I get to cut off the bits that didn't quite stamp when I didn't line it up properly, and it doesn't matter. It's like magic. The magic of stamps, ink, paper, and scissors. Okie dokie. One, and last of all, little Terry turtle here with his lovely little flippers. He looks a lot like a loggerhead turtle, which we get around here. It's been the season for turtles recently. And almost done. This is actually, I've actually stamped on thick cardstock for this one, mainly because it was a scrap that was sitting on my table, but it also has a bit more stability than using our basic cardstock. Don't chop off his tail. There we go. And I can put these guys on using dimensionals to create my underwater scene. So there's nothing very complex about this card actually. Just using the challenge colors for the challenge, and the challenge for Julia using Melon Mambo, and then creating this beautiful underwater world, which is super easy with the stamps. You don't have to be much of a precision stamper for these sorts of stamps. And last of all, we'll add some Pool Party glossy dots. As you can see, I'm starting to use up all of them. I haven't used many of the Melon Mambo, but I have used a lot of the Pool Party ones. And that little shine and shimmer. Come on. There we go. The gloss in these is absolutely marvellous, isn't it? And I have to use my Take Your Pick tool. Give me a bit more leverage with these ones. There we go. It's really muggy here today, so that affects how things, the stickiness in the air. And I'll use that one. There we go. There is my Sea Turtle Colour Challenge card for you. I hope you are inspired to have a go with this beautiful stamp set, especially those of us who live in the tropical Queensland waters. And once again, here it is in the catalogue. What page did I say? 29. There it is in the catalogue, reversibles. So you get more buck for your bang, whatever. Better value out of your stamp set because you get to use lots of shapes as well as the images. Contact me if you'd love to find out more information, or if you'd like to make a card like this. Just contact me at Handmade by Julia Quinn. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Bye-bye now. Thank you everyone for joining me. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye.